Welcome to the Doug and Commish Show again. This is the Thanksgiving weekend special, and again, we would like to wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving. What time do you prefer Thanksgiving meal to be?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
I squeeze it in at halftime of the Loin game, and throw it all in a pile and see what happens.
Do you go back for like seconds at like 7 type thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cold turkey sandwiches with extra mayo and some cheese.
Are you a Miracle Whip or mayo guy?
It doesn't matter.
I love that Miracle Whip. Oh, baby. All right.
Wow.
Well,
I don't love anything like that, but I enjoy some scrumptious leftovers.
Yeah. Well, either way. Nice hat, by the way.
Dude, it was a great idea to be festive today.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta love the pilgrims and the turkeys.
Yeah.
You just gotta love this holiday.
Yeah.
Food,
Oh,
football, minorities, getting together and loving each other and having food together.
Now, there was a rumor from our producer that they were going to try to get you an Indian and some Indian feathers. And rumor has it you weren't going to be wearing a shirt.
That was one of the options, as it seems to be a yearly festivity for the commish to go shirtless.
Mm-hmm.
I would look for that in the coming attractions.
Oh,
it was a hit last year, and I've added some girth, so it would only be better this year.
Oh, cannot wait. Those are always great production days. All right, here we go with the Lombardi. The commission is looking at Trash leading the Lombardi division at 8-3 right now. White Trash at 6-5. You have Desk Jockeys at 5-6 and Sass at 5-6. Basically, everyone in your division has a fighting chance.
Yeah, and this was the most difficult division to figure out because you have Trash, who's 8-3 and is leading the division in points, but he's only leading the division in points by 9 over the WT, who's come on strong this second half of the season.
Yep.
After an abysmal beginning,
and
he's smoking hot.
A lot of it had to do with the trade with his brother. I'm just kind of wondering why that hasn't been.
It hasn't been brought up near enough, and no one has brought it to my attention to the point where it needs to be talked about. So apparently the GFO is perfectly okay with brother-to-brother action.
Yeah. Anyway, well, here we go. We got Trash is going to be taking on Sass, the annual matchup that is Part 2. And it's something that Sass had really tried to prepare for by getting a lot of Patriots on his team.
Yeah, he went into the draft knowing that the Loins played the Patriots and built his draft around this week. That's why he has Tom Brady. That's why he traded for the Ellis.
Yeah.
I think it's going to work for him. I mean, Trash has his hands full with some ganked this week. It's going to be tough for the Trash, especially after coming off of an abysmal performance and losing to the lowly jockey.
Yep.
It's going to be tough for him to rebound, but he is at home, so I mean, you know what the dump is like.
Yep. It can get pretty rambunctious in there, specifically after Thanksgiving. The dump can be pretty excessive, kind of runny sometimes. Fans are getting
it's a little nasty.
So anyway, then you got White Trash at Desk Jockeys, 6-5. You know, Desk could really gain some ground here on the White Trash, but the only problem is the points spread there.
Yeah, I mean, Jockey is going to have to win out and get help because he scored like 400 points or something like that this year. Him and Sass together, they both need to win out.
Yeah. And
they're both not going to win out. So only one of those two really has a chance. And really, even then, I mean, they're still going to be low on the points end. So they're both climbing up a very large hill.
So in the playoff bracket, what do you think happens here with the Lombardi division?
Well, here's what I got, son. I got Trash winning the division.
Okay.
At 8-5.
Whoa, going 2-0 the rest of the way, or
0-2 the rest of the way. I have White Trash going 8-5, and the reason that I'm giving the division to the Trash is because I think that he'll outpoint him. He's got a 9-point advantage now.
Yeah.
So if White Trash continues the way that he is, he's going to score 130 and then 60. Or maybe 80, something like that. So it's going to average out to be about the same as what Trash is going to get with 290s.
Okay.
So that's the only reason that I'm giving the division to trash still. I have those two going to the playoffs. Then I have the Sass coming in at a 7-6, and the Jockey losing his last two to come in at 5-8.
Okay. Now we do have one issue though that has just been brought to my attention. If Sass is at 7-6, he's going to the playoffs, and somebody is not. Well, I take that back. I guess it would come down to points.
It would come down to points, and he has very few points this year.
Yeah, and when he has often complained about points before.
That's typical Sass. I mean, just between us that watch the videos and our friends at home, Sasses aren't very smart. And so when he sees, 7-6 or points, he doesn't really understand the dynamics of what points really mean, or what a lineup is, or why you don't draft the Jets in the second round.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand those things. But that's kind of why we love the Giant guy.
Yeah. So in this you have, so let's go over your final playoff matchups. You've got the 1 seed being Trash and the 2 seed being Soldier. Then you have the 3 seed going to the show, 4 being White Trash, 5 being the Bean, and 6 being the New Guy.
Yes.
So that would pin Show versus the New Guy against each other, with Show potentially not having his best wide receiver.
Yeah, and Moss going through a slump with Joe Sam, or whatever that guy's name is, his QB.
I believe his name is Rusty Smith.
Okay, that sounds good.
Beans and White Trash going at each other.
That would be a great game to watch. 2 high-scoring offenses. That would be a good one.
And then Trash waiting to see who wins out of the Beans and White Trash, and Soldier waiting for the New Guy Show game. So
that's what I got, Dougie. And really, the biggest one that kind of concerns me a little bit is Trash, and how far he's fallen, and how many points he's going to score. Because he's the only one that secured a playoff spot. Yeah. But he could go from 1 to 4 pretty quick.
Well, let's, before we wrap things up, give me some things you're thankful for in the fantasy football realm.
Fantasy football realm, I would have to say I'm thankful for myself. I mean, I'm freaking awesome. I mentioned on my Twitter that it's been 6 straight years of playoff bliss. So I'm thankful for me.
All right. Anything else?
Did I mention me?
Yes. Any players?
Oh, the Johnson, of course. Even though he hasn't really been the typical Johnson, he's been glorious to me, and I love the Johnson.
All right. Anything else you're thankful for? Obviously, we know that you're thankful for gravy.
I love gravy. What about you, Doug? I mean,
I'm thankful for Peyton Hillis.
Yes, you are.
I am thankful for Peyton Hillis. I'm thankful for the size of his arms and how he runs right over people.
They need to be big for carrying you the second half of the season.
Yes, and we're okay with that. Other than that, I'm thankful for you, Kamish. I'm thankful for the chance to work with you on most weeks when you show up. And I'm thankful for just being able to spend a good couple of my hours with you.
Well, Dougie, I can't even begin to express the love that I have for the DNC show, and I love foreigners.
All right. Well, Kamish, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Please tell the family I said happy Thanksgiving.
Will.
And I will be thinking of you as I am choking down some
dark meat.
Some dark meat here, and we'll go from there. All right. So, anyways, happy Thanksgiving, GFO.